Hello, everybody. It's time for some more Christmas music. You should go to our website, Jolly Roger Ukulele, and pick up cheap music and our daily schedule and all sorts of delicious, delightful stuff. We'll get you going playing ukulele in a different way than most people play ukulele. A better way, I think. Shift. I'm going to go post our wet link on the website here. Link, enter, edit, settings, open up a new window, update, and then we're going to go to Twitter and we're going to type in https:// jollyrogerukulele.com, and then we hit tweet, and then I am suddenly wildly famous on Twitter. And Lanny's in. Good afternoon, Lanny. Lanny has new strings on his ukulele. Lynn is in. She's back. She found El Noir. Does it have a ukulele line on it, Lynn? I can't remember off the top of my head. We played it every day for 3 weeks. I think it does. Can't remember. I can't remember anymore. Sandy is in Northern Michigan. Good to see you, Sandy. Manette is in from Western Colorado. Hello. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I'm going to double check that the link is working properly. Probably is, since you guys are showing up. And today we're going to go through a couple of new tunes. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas. And we might look at O Tannenbaum. And maybe we'll talk about Joy to the World. I got a few people explaining to me how Joy to the World goes. So you see you have two versions of it. Let's see. Lynn, oh, it does. Okay, Lynn. Good. So at least you got something to mess with, right? Laurel. And actually, Lynn, that piece is actually beautiful, just as pure straight melody. I don't know if I put a tough uke on there, but the pure melody is just delightful on that piece. Let's see. Laurel says, knock, knock, who's there? Ho, 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 who? Your Santa impression needs a lot. Oh, Laurel, what will you do when Christmas is over? You'll have to go find all new knock, knock jokes. Renee is in. Hello, Renee from New Mexico. Jack from Illinois, and Barbara, by the way. Don't forget Barbara's hanging out with Jack. Vicky is in from Bozeman, Montana. Linda's in from British Columbia. Cindy's in from Lakewood. Christine's in from Colorado as well. Chris is in from Colorado. Diane's in from Colorado. Barbara's in from Colorado. Guess where I'm from? Jacqueline's in from Colorado. Rita's in from Illinois. Kari's in from the neighborhood. Lynn, no tough uke, but just the melody is fine. Oh, okay. All right, good start, right? Start figuring out how to stick in a little bit of chord underneath some of that melody there, Lynn. It may not have been in a great key for ukulele. That's why sometimes with harmonica, we play everything in the key of C, and a lot of times that's not a good key for ukulele. So sometimes I just put the melody on and move forward. Let's see. Carol. Santa gun. Well, and all the time I'm like, I don't know what to call this. Christmas part 1, Christmas part 2, Christmas part 99. I don't know. At some point you're like, whatever. Put something on here. I can imagine, because sometimes people just search YouTube and then they will run into stuff and you're like, wonder what that's about. Now, mostly people are searching for a specific song. So if you're not going to work on just one song, I don't really worry about that stuff. And YouTube is a mess anyway. Linda, oh, you had problems getting the link. Hopefully that's unique to your situation and temporary. Marianne is in from Michigan. Hi, Marianne. Fran, Southern California. Yeah. I figured. Yeah, I have some opinions about that, but I'm delighted you're being safe, Fran. Let's put it that way. Hey, Kat, welcome in. Lindy, good afternoon. Pauline, I'm here. Buddy. All right, so here's the story. Pauline bought a used banjolele. Okay. Her word is interesting. That's my word. That's funny. Hey guys, let's get going. Let's grab, what is the one I wanted to start with? And two new ones. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I want to go through that. I want to see if I can find any typos and weird things on here. So let's go take a look at Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And let's hope that I downloaded it properly earlier. Have yourself a merry little. There it is. All right. So I wrote a ton of music over the weekend, and I don't remember what I did at this point. So you will forgive me if I've said stuff previously or if we've already covered this song in depth. I think it's new, and I think that I would love to play it with you guys. Lindy loves banjolele. Okay, is Jerry here? She's a banjolele advocate as well. Clay's in from Northern California. Those of you in California, since you're on lockdown, it's an excellent time to become an advanced ukulele player. And guess what? You're in the right place. So glad you're here. All right, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let's go through it. Key of C. So guys, always think C. You're going to have some D minors, E minors, Fs, Gs, and A minors. Those are your most likely keys or chords. Okay, so C, got an A minor 7. Anytime you see a number after something, it's just modifying it a little bit, right? It's adding an extra note into it. So A minor, an A minor 7th, you're just adding in a note to make it sound a little different, but it's still an A minor, right? F, expect that. D minor, we expect that. C, A minor, Fs and G7s, those are exactly what we'd expect. So I'm looking through here going, well, when does something show up that I don't expect? And it's not down until you get to measure 14. There's an E7 that sneaks in there. E7s are not exactly unexpected. That's the 5th of the 6th is what that is. And so those will show up from time to time. The one that shows up here that's a little surprising, F major 7th down in 16. So you'll need to be ready for that. You'll notice in the tough uke, it looks much different than the chord in the chording section. If you see an F major 7th on ukulele, you're almost certainly just going to play your F chord with your pinky here and not worry about this 4th. Or you play it like this. It sounds cool. Chances of you doing that are pretty small. It's much better just to put a bar on 5 and put your pinky up on 7 or ring a finger on 7. So that's a little bit surprising to see that chord in there. But as I'm looking through this, it basically follows most of our rules. There's nothing in there unusual, terribly unusual, but lots in there lots and lots from the key of C to really give it a full, pretty cool sound. Let's see who else wanted in here. Oh, we haven't done this yet. Okay, good. Elizabeth made it in. Hi, Elizabeth. Cindy says, what about the 040 in measure 7? Isn't that the 04 like an open E? We'll get there. 040. I hate 040. Is my least favorite thing that happens. And so we'll talk about that. It is an E minor, but the melody is an E. And so you have to have this note open. And so that basically wipes out all of your E minor sounding. And some of you learned the dumb E chord, this E chord that they teach over on Ukulele Underground. They teach that as the E chord. That's a terrible E chord. You'll never see me doing that. It's just, that's a cheater E that you're used to seeing there, Cindy. Christine made it in from Bozeman as well, and Patty's in from Littleton. All right, so grab your chords. I'm going to sing. Okay, it's going to be terrible. You know that. 1, 2, here we go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. my gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Oops, I forgot to turn the page. That's going to be helpful. Hold on. Get my thing going. Here we go. From the top, go. Here we are back in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends were near to us, happy near to us once more. Through the years we'll always be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Okay, so the chords work; they're fine, then let's go through, talk about melody, and then let's talk about putting the whole thing together. So let's see. Fortnite noob. What does that mean? And then you know what that means. That means it's a robot or a teenager. And so what we do whenever you see that, you come over here, you do this, and whoops, you do this, clunk, and then he goes away, and he's already gone, by the way. All right, so Cindy says, what was it you did in Major? I don't know, Cindy. Major 8. Not so sure. So with F major 7, right, you've got this, this, and this, okay? If you forget about this, you get that, it's fine. Just play a regular F there. It sounds a little cooler as an F major 7, but not enough to make the playability what it is. I'm not sure what I did there, Cindy. Probably just added my pinky somewhere. Do you have to get? yeah, you have to get your toe. Yeah, this, and this. And it's not really even a good inversion. I just really don't like it. It comes up. That's the chord I give you, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think I've ever played that. Certainly not in concert. Right? There's just it just doesn't. I don't know. It's a little bit like that dumb E that they show you. Oh, here's an E chord. It just doesn't sound right. So I don't use it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let's play the melody. I'm looking through. We got 1s, 2s, 3s. We don't have a 7 show up until clear down at the bottom. So when you get down to that 7, be thinking about switching your position. Same thing at 29. You're going to go way up. And so that's the place where you're switching your position so that you are more likely to get it correct. I think it was the D-7 sound that you were hearing, Cindy, probably. Here we go. Melody. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, sorry. Oh, I blew it. Let's try and go from 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat or finish 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for the melody part, this is really set up as a duet. There's plenty of places where you're counting notes. As a musician, this is something you got to get used to, is counting your long notes and counting your rests. So if you're looking on page 1, measure 7, troubles will be out of sight. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Have yourself. So make sure at this point you probably have figured out, you've probably been doing it all along, probably preaching to the choir. But what you really got to make sure of is when you have long notes and when you have rests, that you are actually counting them in your head. I count them out loud, modeling to you what you should be doing anyway. And I tell this story often, but a few years back we played with the Harmony Chorale here, and there was just a handful of us that went down to their concert here in central Denver, and one of the guys that came to play with them as well was a jazz trumpeter, and he has 50 years on the trumpet, and in his particular section, on his part, there was a 48 measure rest. And that was the part where the ukuleles were, and I'm busy doing my thing. I look over, and he's just sitting there counting out his rests, 48 measures of them. And so don't think it's something that you can, you don't think it's something I do just for show. You really do need to be counting your rests. And so there we go with those. Good morning, Antonio, or afternoon. What time is it? I don't know, whatever time it is. Happy day, Antonio. All right, so now let's put it all together. You're gonna, we'll walk through it all, make sure there's nothing weird that shows up. The B7 over there, the two things that show up that are kind of weird, that E7 that shows up feels really like an intense moment. And then I forgot there's that B7 hanging out over in 21. I don't know what the heck that's doing there. Got a couple of zeros, then 3 zeros, then 3s, and a full C chord. F chord is 203, 2 0. Hit the 2. 2 zeros. 0, 2 0 3. Back to 2 0 3. Now notice A minor 203 and F 203 look a whole lot alike, don't they? They're doing different jobs in each of those measures. That's why they feel different, even though they're played exactly the same way. And then you got a G7 at the end of measure 4 to create that turnaround to go back to the next idea. Measure 5. A minor with the 3. You got a big jump to get to the 7. Leave your pinky there and put your 5 down. Isn't that cool? Okay. Sorry, I'm lying to you. Put your 7 down, put the bar on, and then move to the minor shape, which is the 7th on top. Troubles will be, and then red G chord, out of, and then 0 4 0 4 0. Okay, that's the, unfortunately there's an E minor when there's an E in the melody on ukulele. You got no hope. The only way to make it sound any better, you can put your middle finger down on the so that you have 440. Okay. I don't ever think that it sounds better on high G. It can sound better on low G to put 440 instead of 040. But if you have high G, I think 040 is just your best choice, and then not lose too much sleep over it. And then 2 0, 3 zeros. And then you're going to put you in your D minor. D minor is F chord, add your ring, and then pinky on 3 of the first string. And And that sounds jazz, right? And then followed by G7. Okay, and then we're going to play the whole idea again. D minor with a 3. 1020. 2 zeros. Another 0. 003. High 3. 203. G7. Here's your E minor weird thing again. There's a 3 and then a C chord, even though it's under an A minor 7th. And then you've got your 5-5-5-7 with your pinky on 8. This is one of those unpleasant things we have to do. Bar on 5, ring finger on 7, pinky finger on 8. Pull it back to 7, go back to 5, go back to 3, grab your E7. Doesn't that sound cool? Because it doesn't fit into the key, you know that this is the moment that's like, what? And then 5. And then we're going to go with index on 2, pinky way up on 7. It's a stretch. And then lose the 2. Add a bar on 5. And then our high G7, 0575. That's going to be this one. We do this all the time. Get comfy with it. It's going to be part of your life. And then that sound like the perfect turnaround. Okay, measure 17. When you see those F major 7s, this is usually the one I'm going to be using. A bar on 5, pinky on 7. And then you're just going to, you've got to make a switch here that's not pleasant. Okay, so you hear this. You're going to take your index finger, put it on 4, move these two fingers, 4 and 5, and your pinky's going to stay up on 7. Doesn't that sound cool? So probably when you get to the F major 7th, you're probably going to want to play a bar on 5, pinky on 7, even though it's not comfy. It gives you the ability to move these 3 fingers into the D minor shape. I love that so much. Pull it, slide it back, grab the 3, and then 002. Another major 7th sound. And then up to 5, 3, 2. Nice a regular D chord, D minor chord here. Even though it's a D minor 7th in the strumming part of it, the melody requires that we go with a 0 here. And then you get a little bit of the flavor by doing a G7, but your melody notes on 3, so 2, 0, 2, and 3. Okay, again, in kind of a major 7th feel. 2. And then E minor, 4, 3, 2, A minor with a 3. Now this is just going to feel exactly like a diminished chord. You can do a bar and then put these 2 on here. Okay, but I would just do a diminished shape. 2-0. Back to E minor at measure 22. Open, then a 2. Slide back 1 to the A7 and then grab the 2 with your middle finger. 3-0. G7. Slide up to the 3 and then up to the 5. Drop your index finger to get the 2. And then D minor with the 3. G7. Or I'm sorry, just make it a regular G chord, I would think. And then, phew, we got through the cool center part of that. And then we go back to the main idea in 25. Go. D minor with the 3. And the 2. 2 zeros. D minor with the 3. G7. 003. A minor, pinky up on 7. Again, bar on 5. Bar on 5, middle finger on the top string, pinky on 8. 7-5-3. E7. Pinky on 5. Shoot back up to 7, index finger on 2. Lose your index finger. bar on 5, G7, high G7, 0575. And then those are just the turnaround chords. And then you grab your 7 with your pinky, back to the bar on 5, go all the way down and grab the 1, and then a G7 low, 3. This is the hardest moment in the song. Bar on 5, ring on 7, and pinky on 7. 3, 2, whoa. It's a G7 above an O. Middle finger on, ring finger on 2, C chord, A minor 7, D minor 7, and you go back and play the whole thing again, or finish up. I gave you the fancy C chord, 2-2, C3, 5-4-3-3, which should be just a bar with your A shape in front on 3. Okay, ready? It's a lot. Hey, Arlo. Let's get this done. First time through, use your thumb. Second time through, use your claw. Unless you're newer, and that means both times through, you play the melody. Okay? If you want to mess around with those chords, or not, you probably are already confident. You're probably not in this class unless you feel fairly confident with these chords. Not all of them, the F minor 7 being a notable exception, but for the most part, these are chords we've seen a bunch before, and hopefully you're feeling pretty good with those. Could end with the C6. Okay, there you go, a little bit jazzier. Nice. All right, good idea, Cindy. Okay, C6 is just 0, 0, 0, 0. Have yourself a merry little. Have yourself a merry little. Yes, that's what we're on. We're on the have yourself a merry little. Yes, Jennifer. Welcome in. All right, thumb down and then claw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I blew it. Let me go for measure 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe a C6? There's Cindy's idea. That works too. Okay, so there's the new piece, one of the new pieces for the week. Plenty of stuff, hopefully, in there to keep you entertained. Pretty nice little piece of music. Played it really, really slow today to see if we can't get it through and get it close to getting the things right in there. Don't see anything in there that immediately I'd want to change. So see how far you can take that. Next one that I want to run through before we get too far is I'll Be Home for Christmas. I did put up O Tannenbaum in there, O Christmas Tree. It's not a very complex song, and so we may or may not go through that one in class. Also, I put up Joy to the World, and then I got about 3 emails right off the bat saying, "What? Wait a minute. Where's the fast wild part right in the middle?" Which I had taken out because I don't think it fits the rest of the song. But Vicky and Renee were like, "Nope, here, we need it in there." So I put them back in, and so you got both. My version is the first one, which is a little less dramatic in measures 8 and 9, and on the more typical version, which is the Vicky and Renee version, which is much more exciting. So check out Joy to the World and see what you think. I'll Be Home for Christmas. I have been working on this with harmonica, and I have a ton of changes that may end up coming to you, but there's enough where we can go. Elizabeth says, kind of glad that I don't have a microphone. kind of glad we're not on Zoom, and I will be held accountable for my version of the last thing. The Vicky Renee version is the right one, says Vicky. No, it's not that I ever doubted you, Vicky. It's that here you go. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. This is how the song goes. And then all of a sudden it goes, da 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 da. It's too much. It's too much. Too much, right? So I calmed it down. I calmed it down to da 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 ba da 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 ba da. That's what I did, and Vicky was like, "No, I want my excitement in the middle of this song." So yeah, and she's right. No, that's the way it was originally written. It was just originally written incorrectly, and so I fixed it. But there's been a general uprising against Carrie, which is the first time ever in my life when I have said something and people have disagreed with me. So it came as a bit of a shock, but I'm working my way through it with my therapist, Vicky, and I think I'll be okay. I think I'll come out of this okay. Um, and anytime Lindy piles on, you know that's not good. I'll be home for Christmas. Again, I've had a number of changes that are a problem, and I will tell you, measures 14, 15, 16, and 17 are probably for sure going to get some more love to them. So. Um, all right. But most of this works just fine. Okay. So running through you look at the chords and you're like, oh God, they're all weird. Every last one of them is weird. We're not going to talk about them. And Gary certainly doesn't want to sing this one. So I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long road back, I promise you. That's the beginning. I don't know. It's a bad beginning. Nobody knows it. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Okay, there we go. Let's play the melody. And I am telling you right now, 14, 15, 16, 17 may need some more love. Let's go from the top. 1, 2, 3. Remember, that's a triplet, so it should be kind of fast. More triplets. Make sure you push your way through them a little bit. Make sure you honor the rest. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3. 3. 3, 4. 2, 3. 3, 4. So there's my first mistake. That definitely needs to go. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be an A note under on. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to change that to an A. Because I think it's just that you should count on me. I think it's. And then notice measure 15. In order to make it work we've heard this song on the radio enough where we're sort of messed up now. I do have the original sheet music for this. The original composer, Gannon and Kent, I can't remember which one's the composer and which one's the lyricist. They were fighting this measure, something fierce. They got all these crazy chords in there. None of the piano part makes any sense. The whole thing is a mess. So I'm trying to clean it up as best I can for ukulele. So right now what you've got is me, bum, bum, bum. We'll let that ride just a little bit. And then we're going to go to please. And I'm pretty sure this please is not right. That A note doesn't feel right to me. I've got a D up in the melody. It feels too high as a D. So then I change it to an A. And that's not right either. So I'll find the right note, but I want you to have it today anyway. It'll sound close enough on the Tough Uke. Please have snow. Let's start at snow. Go to snow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snow, 2, 3, and mist, 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we repeat. Okay, so does Frank Sinatra sing? Should we do it his way? Yeah, just do it Frank Sinatra's way. That's. I mean, I don't understand why we haven't been doing it his way all along. It's a little bit like saying, yeah, let's just do it Bing Crosby's way. Yeah, absolutely, we should. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on that one section there. I have listened to probably 30 recordings, Jennifer, and like I say, I have the original sheet music, and it's of no value whatsoever in this situation. So I don't think they knew what they were doing there. So Andy Williams, Bing Crosby, yeah, believe me, I've listened to a bunch of them. So we'll get it cleaned up. There's a couple measures there. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on it this afternoon, but I wanted you to have the bulk of it, and then tomorrow you'll download my final decision. Okay, so let's go here. And don't send me copies of your version of it. I'm committed to coming up with a way that works for what I'm doing. A lot of you guys actually are very helpful. You send me copies of stuff, and it's interesting how often I already have a copy of the thing you're sending to me. And Carol thinks it's a D, and my wife thinks it's a D. I don't think it's a D, you guys, but let's find out. Here we go. From the top, because originally I had the low D. Please have snow, which I think is the right note. Please have snow and mistletoe. See, I think it's the low D, but I think I had I think I got in a fight. Please have snow. It's got to be that. It's got to be the low D. All right, that's what we'll play. From the top, we're going to go through the top uke, and we'll take our time through it and see how we do. Okay, from the top, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Bar. D minor shape. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. D diminished shape. Sorry, 2, 1, 2. Grab the 2 and the 5. 3, and then this 0, 2, 3 is the C diminished, but you've got an open bottom. So just grab that G shape on the top strings. Doesn't that sound cool? And then a 4-0. D minor 7th as usual. G7. 0, 2, 0. And zeros. And then a 3. E7, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 and 5, 3, A minor, D7, and then U is a D minor, G7 up high. Okay, nice and slow. Keep going. C chord. 2, G chord on top, pinky up on 5. Diminished, or I'm sorry, D minor 7. G7. Looks like a regular G. D minor 7. A minor 7. G minor 7th. Isn't that cool? Open. D minor 7. Okay, Here's where the controversy begins. So oddly, in the tough uke section down there, I did get it correct. I just don't have the melody correct. So the melody in measure 14 should be 1 and then 0, not a tied 1. It should be 1 and then 0. So you're coming out of just like what the tough uke does. So the tough uke goes 1 to 0 with some chords underneath it. You should do the same thing, okay, if you're playing melody. Okay, and then we're going to come out of 16 as, and then I think it should go to a regular, just do 2-2. And then 103. And then a regular F minor. Opens. G7. 2. Bar chord, G7, and we'll go back through and play that with a claw tomorrow, and you'll see how that should, all that really feels claw-y to me. And then 24, nice C chord, bar on 5, and middle finger on 6. G7, D minor, and this is a fun one. Index on 4 and everybody else on 5. You got to put your index down first and then all your 5s. 3, 0, 0, 3. D minor. Add this, switch to the 7, not the bottom. Isn't that fun? D minor 7 with a 3. G, regular high G7. And then a 3. Diminished shape. D minor 7. And then G7. And go back around. If you're finishing up, don't play 37 and 38. Go to C chord. What Cindy said earlier on the other song, you can also get away with here, C6, just to open it up to get yourself that jazz feeling to it. So it's not super jazzy, but it's got jazz elements in there to sort of make it more interesting for us to play. I'm going to move that. Really, it looks like the only note I need to move, measure 16, the high D is going to become a low D, which is a 2 on the 3rd string. That's what I had initially, and Donna said, no, I don't think that sounds right. And I was like, I think it does. And so don't tell her we ended up disagreeing with her. Donna is always right. And so there you go. Cindy says, love, love, love these chords. I know, right? What year did he write this? 40 something. 43, yeah, so 43. So by 1943, they had the 4th tone in all of jazz figured out. And then around 1954, everything went to heck. But for about 10, 15 years, the glory years of jazz, we had a lot of major and minor 7ths, and we thought that was good. That's where they should have left it. But they always got to push it. So there you go. I think it's a good piece. A couple little typos, a couple little things I'll adjust, and then I'll repost, and you guys will have a clean version of that. Manette says it's beautiful, and Manette knows. So there you go. Jennifer, how do you do the D minor 5-5-5-7 and reach the 7 with your pinky? Yeah, that's how you did. Yeah, that's the question. That's the question, isn't it? That's from Harry Potter when the night bus comes around and he says, well, how did he escape from Azkaban? And he says, well, that's the question, isn't it? Bar on 5, ring on 7. You got to tuck your pinky under there. There's no easy way to do it. There's no choice either, unless you just don't play the top string and play the bottom 3. which is perfectly lovely too. Okay, so that's the other way to deal with that. But theoretically, D minor shape, pinky on 7. That's not typically where that melody note sits, but it does here. So that's what you do. Or just don't play the top string, Jennifer. Just put your 7 here and then just don't play that one. Now, ukulele players, I know how you are. You like to hit every string every single time, but just know that is not at all typical of fretted instruments. In lute and guitar, it is. We don't hit every single string every single time. And so just because it says it on here that you're supposed to hit every string, if it's too hard, drop the 4th string. Just get rid of it. Just don't hit the 4th string and then see what you got. Most of the times that solves the problem, right? And so we just know that we paid for 4 strings. We want to hit all 4 strings, and we don't necessarily always do that. So there we go. I hope you like both of those songs. Both of those songs are pretty legit. Try to do a random act of kindness for somebody once in a while. Try to be safe. Don't try. Just do it. Practice. You're getting pretty hard stuff at this hour, you guys. You're probably going to have to practice a little bit. Sorry. Keep showing up here. This is the secret. This is the place where it will happen. Your ability to play high level, oh my God kind of music is going to come right out of here. Okay. And then so showing up is the thing. Subscribe and like, and oh, by the way, we got our member concert tonight, so come around there. I posted 2 more or 3 more pieces over there for those guys, so I would love to have you come and hang out with us tonight. That music's gotten to the point where I'm like, God, I don't really like playing it. It's kind of hard. It's got to get pretty hard where I don't like playing it anymore, but we're getting up there. So yeah, there we go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We're having a beautiful day here in Denver. I haven't actually been outside, but it looks lovely out there. It's supposed to be really nice out there. So hope you're having a wonderful day where you are. California, we know you're not happy about it, but let's just get this over and done with and move on, right? So there we go. And I will see all of you tomorrow, and we will go through both of these 2 pieces again, and all the hard stuff. We'll spend a little bit of time. Come in if you have questions on any of this Christmas music. Let me know. My intention is to get you the Wexford Carol, whatever it's called. Is it Wexford? I have it printed out here somewhere. The W Carol, and then I think that might be enough for the season. So I think I had enough Christmas music at this point. So Wexford Carol. Yes, I got it ready to go here. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Let's see. Who else? Who snuck out of here? Okay. Jennifer set. Linda, you're welcome. Renee, you're welcome. Kat, see you tonight, Kat. Barbara. Yeah, they're fun, right? Good job, Barbara. Pauline. Yeah, we're going to keep it going, guys. Lynn, good to see you. Jacqueline. Kind of tough today. I agree. When you see me playing it, a quarter note equals 40, I agree that it's pretty tough. Carol, good to see you. Chris, it's good to see you. Elizabeth, lots of fun. Hopefully everything's going good for you, Elizabeth. Fran, thanks. I'll see you tonight, Fran. Minute. All right. You bet. You're no problem. Sandy. All right, you're welcome. Cindy, see you later, dude. Lanny, good to see you, man. Hope your ukulele's playing well. Cindy, yep, the Wexford's coming. All right. Linda, I'll see you tonight. Jennifer, adios. You guys have a great day. Pulling the plugs. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for straightening me out this weekend, Vicky. You were right.